Anyway, so we're going to move on to a fight that has literally just been announced, but not formally, but a verbal agreement's been put in place. I don't know whether you're excited or not to hear about this one.
There, man. More coverage, more embedded, more countdown, more interviews.
There's been a lot of talk, as you well have heard, about Nate Diaz wanting to leave the UFC. He's got one fight left on his contract. And because Dana knows Nate doesn't want to renew, he's going to feed him to the wolves before he leaves. And by the wolves, I mean boars, Khamzat Chimaev, innit? So
the actual wolf of the UFC.
Geezer, oh, this is such a horrible matchup. Like, I'm actually in shock that it's managed to happen. Like, do you remember that clip ages ago of like the TMZ reporter going, "Oh, why don't you fight Khamzat to Nate?" And he's like, "Oh, I can fight my boy." And Nick Maximov's there like,
that's the reason why the Now Boy reporter got slapped, because he made a meme on that.
Oh, is it?
That's the reason. But the what I was gonna say was that I feel like for this fight, Dana has just been offering him Khamzat, and because apparently if they offer a fight and you reject it, the contract renews for 3 months. So I think it's come to a point where Nate's like, I need to go. And Dana's just offering him this person. Obviously, Nate did not want to fight this guy. He's rejected him a few times. But obviously, Dana wants to make Khamzat's name propel off, I would say, top 3. Would you say Nate's in the top 3 pay-per-view stars right now in the UFC?
Yeah, I would say top 3. Top 3, definitely top 5, yeah.
So he's trying to build that name off Nate Diaz's name. And if you look at logically, he will defeat Nate Diaz.
Logically. But you're gonna tell me illogically now how Nate is gonna win.
It's possible because Nate, you can't keep him out of a fight. You can't keep him out of it. We've seen that with Leon. If he jumped on him instead of talking to him, we could have got a win there, but he didn't. So I feel like you can't really count him out. And Khamzat hasn't been at 5 rounds, so I feel like we were discussing earlier, I feel like the only way really is for Nate to get anywhere in this fight is for Khamzat to just unload, trying to finish him. Nate just taking the shots, being so tough, and then coming back and maybe get the finish in the later round, I don't know, or maybe win a round. I just think if he doesn't get a finish and he gives a good account of himself, I think he'll be happy with that.
It's funny because it's a main event as well.
Oh, is
so,
it?
Yeah, it's a main event. So I'm assuming both will get pay-per-view, maybe?
Nah,
maybe not Khamzat?
Nah, not Khamzat. Nah, not on his contract. I think Nate...
So Nate will get pay-per-view on his last fight, which I don't know whether that's already in his contract that he gets pay-per-view anyway.
Yeah, no one knows. I think it's fight by fight with pay-per-view. I don't think...
So then I don't understand why Dana would be willing to give him a pay-per-view points on his last fight.
I don't think so. I think it'd just be a fixed fee. Like I think for main events like Masvidal Masvidal got it and Colby didn't get it. I feel like it's like fight by fight sort of thing. But I don't think he'll just give him what his contract is.
So so there's been a couple comments since. So Khamzat's come out and said that he's happy to help the UFC arrange Nate Diaz's funeral. I've just checked as well on the bookies as what it's opened up as, and Khamzat's a minus 1,100 favorite. So, if you've got a couple of quid spare, man, stick it on Nate. Who knows, man? Like, you never know. You could win a lot of money, to be fair. I'm not encouraging gambling, by the way, but there's no point putting any money on Khamzat. If you stick 100 quid on him, you get like 111. So it'd be pointless. You'll get a quid back.
What are you thinking?
Tell me your illogical breakdown. What happens? How can Nate possibly win?
Okay. That's what I'm saying. There's 2 ways. Khamzat get tired or he gets caught in a submission. Only 2 ways possible. I don't think Nate will. I don't think he can rock Khamzat and put him away. I feel like Khamzat proved he's got a chin. Took Burns' biggest shots and carried on. So I don't think Nate can finish him like that. I feel like he'll only be able to finish him with strikes if Khamzat is really tired, or a submission of maybe a triangle or something like that. That's the only way, in my opinion, that is possible. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying that's gonna happen.
Oh man, I just see this as one-way traffic. I think he's gonna take him down and just smash him. I don't see how Nate can take the ground and pound for 5 rounds. I think there could be a possibility of a doctor stoppage because I feel like he's just gonna get cut open with elbows and shit on the ground. To be honest.
Yeah, that's a very high possibility. I mean, Nate bleeds so easily now at this point where any elbow is just gonna slice him up.
That would be a good scenario for Nate if it gets a doctor stoppage.
Kind of like what
because
happened with Masvidal.
Yeah, kind of like the Masvidal one. He was getting pieced up, but like
it's
still a doctor stoppage, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to carry on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. I feel like Nate was forced into taking this fight. He never wanted this fight. But looking at his record, we know how hard it is for him to get finished, and he has been against wrestlers. They do hold him down, but they don't tend to get as much off on him as you would think. So he's not too bad at defending the ground and pound. He just can't get back up. Seems to be his main issue. But Khamzat's a different beast, man. He's so strong. The strength difference is going to be evident in there. And if he's clever, I think Khamzat, maybe if he didn't fight Burns, he might go out there a bit reckless. But I feel like after the Burns fight, his coach is going to be like, okay, this time actually listen to me because we need this win to get pushed to the title shot. So I think
it's important as well because I think if he puts Nate out and finishes him,
big statement.
The fucking fight against him versus Usman, if Usman gets through Leon, is going to be fucking massive. Yeah. It'll be massive again because there was so much hype before the Burns fight because they were like, this guy's an animal. He's putting people away so easy and stuff. If he ragdolls Nate and finishes him, it's a massive statement.
Yeah, no one, he's been finished once in his 20-year UFC career. So, I mean, or 17-year UFC career. So, to get a finish on Nate is pretty much unheard of. You get that finish on him, that's it. Straight to the title shot, I feel like. And Dana's won as well.
Yeah, that's one thing, to be fair. Like, Dana will be smug afterwards. I think... Yeah, I'm not going to say too much on that because I'd love to interview some people associated with the UFC one day, hopefully. So, but yeah, that's it, man. So, in terms of your early prediction, early doors, what are you going to say? What's the outcome of this fight?
If I'm being honest, I would say Khamzat by decision, 5 round.
By decision, so you think it goes the distance? Fair play. Yeah. I think that's not actually that bad for Nate's stock if it's Khamzat by decision. I think
his stock is going to go down because that's his main thing. I don't get finished.
Yeah.
If you watch his interview with Ariel, his whole thing is if you get finished, you don't even get a number on your name. That's his thinking. You go back to number 15. And because he hasn't ever been finished, Reese, next 10 years or whatever. That's his claim to fame. I never get finished. If he loses that, I feel like it's going to affect him mentally as well.
To be honest, I don't think Khamzat has the hands to put him out.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you can put him out on the feet, but I think it's going to get stopped by ground and pound in round 3 or 2. Early on, 2 or 3. Okay.
So what day is this then?
This is taking place September the 10th, so it's the week after the Cyril Gane and Taito Ivasa card in Paris.
Okay.
But there's no other fights announced for this card yet, which is a bit weird. But they're opening.
They pretty much, isn't it? Okamoto's tweeted about it.
It's a bit of a weird fight though for a pay-per-view. There's no belt on the line or anything. But I guess we have stinkier pay-per-views. We've got Pena and Nunes coming up, which is fucking stinky.
Yeah. I wonder what was Nate's last fight? Leon.
Leon, yeah, ages ago.
Yeah. So we don't know what the numbers did for that. In terms, who was the main event? Was it Cormier? No. Who was the main event of that? Can you remember? Was it Brandon? No, that's.
Was it Brandon and Figueiredo?
Yeah, Brandon Figueiredo and Izzy and someone else. I remember the press conference. Figueiredo was there, Moreno was there, Nate was there, Izzy was there,
and Vittori.
Vittori was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like anyway, when Nate fights, everyone wants to listen to him.
Mate, I think he'll do good pay-per-views. It'll 100% do better than Pena Nunes anyway. And I reckon it'll be one of the highest pay-per-views of the year if they get some other really good fights on that card.
Yeah. Both people will be talking. Khamzat's going to be talking. Nate's going to be
Khamzat and Nate in the press conference will be fucking hell. They're going to need spare translators, man. No one's going to be able to translate what the fuck they're saying in there.
I feel like Nate's just going to come with, mate, who have you fought? He's just going to keep saying that.
Yeah, and he'll be like, my team will fuck up your whole team. Classic Nate.
Join Nate Diaz before he goes, because once he's gone, mate, it's hard enough to get an interview with him now and he's fighting. So when he goes, he's gone forever. So.
But then we'll see him versus Jake Paul, so it's not the last of Nate Diaz.
Yeah. I mean, Jake Paul wants it bad. I think after.
Yeah, he does. He has to get through his fight first, but
Yeah.
I'll maybe talk about that closer to Jake Paul fight anyway. But yeah, man, that's a wrap. 2 exciting fights on the horizon. We thought we'd bring you a preview early doors for those. Let us know in the comments who you think's going to take each fight, if you agree with our decisions or if you think we're idiots. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like and keep supporting as always. Peace.